Disturbing body camera footage reveals how Chicago police raided the wrong apartment and detained an innocent woman. An investigation by our Chicago station, that's WBBM TV, uncovered the video, which we have to tell you is very hard to watch. Police tried to withhold it, and city officials tried to keep you from even seeing it. Anjanette Young, who was getting changed at the time, sued the city of Chicago over the botched effort to arrest a suspect who actually lived next door. Nearly 2 years after the incident, a judge forced Chicago police to turn over video of this raid. Dave Savini of WBBM TV broke the story and spoke with Ms. Young as she watched the body cam footage.
I had just gotten home from work, and while I was undressing in my bedroom.
Anjanette Young, a social worker, had just finished her shift at the hospital when police entered her home.
And it happened so fast, I didn't have time to put on clothes.
She was surrounded by 12 male officers.
And I'm just standing there. I mean, terrified, humiliated, not even understanding why in that moment that this is happening to me.
Almost immediately, Young is handcuffed.
If I had made one wrong move, I felt like they would have shot me. I truly believe that they would have shot me.
A police officer wraps a short coat around her shoulder, still leaving her front fully exposed. Eventually, one of the officers holds a blanket in place.
You need to tell me what you're looking for. It felt like forever for me. It felt like forever.
Young tells the raid team at least 43 times they are in the wrong place.
You got the wrong house. You got the wrong house.
She was right. They were in the wrong house. WBBM's investigation uncovered police simply took the word of an informant who said a felon with a handgun lived in the apartment.
I've been living here for 4 years and nobody lives here but me. Okay, you don't have to shout. I don't have to shout. This is ridiculous. You got me in here because I'm naked. You kicked my house in, and I keep telling you, you got the wrong place.
So where was the target? Our investigation revealed he was awaiting trial on home confinement here at a different apartment in Anjanette Young's complex. How easy would it have been to locate him? Easy, real easy, because he was wearing a police tracking device, an electronic monitoring bracelet. Keenan Salter is Anjanette Young's attorney.
If this had been a young woman in Lincoln Park by herself in her home, naked, a young white woman, let's just be frank, if the reaction would have been the same. I don't think it would have been. They viewed Ms. Young as less than human.
Police did eventually walk Young to a room so she could get dressed.
I'm a social worker. I've been a social worker for 20 years. I follow the law. I don't get in trouble for anything. I don't do illegal stuff. I'm not that person. You got the wrong information.
At this point, the sergeant tells the officer who got the warrant to step outside. Once outside, the body camera is shut off. But the sergeant returns with this message.
We believe your story.
None of the officers have been disciplined. Mayor Lori Lightfoot's administration tried to block CBS Chicago from airing this body camera footage by filing an emergency motion in court. A judge ruled against the city, but the mayor said she saw the footage for the first time Tuesday.
What I've directed my law department to do is, with respect to this one, if there is a pending case, get that case resolved.
The work is warranted. They need to do the work, but they need to do it right. They can't just callously do it and leave people's lives in ruins because they got it wrong.
I don't got a gun. I don't got a gun.
In a statement, Mayor Lightfoot says she has no further comment because of pending litigation and ongoing investigations. Now, we talked to her office last year about the raid and the body cams, so it's unclear why she's saying she's just seeing the video now for the first time. Meanwhile, Young and her attorney are refiling their lawsuit in state court next week. Anthony?
Dave Savini, WBBM there for some great reporting. Thank you, Dave. 43 times she told them they were in the wrong apartment.
I can't get over that stand-up from Dave there. They had a tracker on the suspect. They could have known exactly where he was.
Yeah.
My heart breaks for Ms. Young, though, guys, because, number one, the way she said it was so callous. And if you look at the video, you can see one officer just whacking on a piece of gum, like this is just a normal thing that happens. And the fact that you're so naked when you're the most vulnerable that anybody can be, to be treated that way is just heartbreaking to see. It's just, it's unfathomable when you look at this video and you see the way that this woman was treated, and then to be told, don't shout.
Don't scream.
And
How do you not shout when you were being treated this way?
And we were in the report, no one has been disciplined so far.
Yes.
In any other career field, if you make a mistake of that magnitude, something happens to you.
Yeah.
You know, as hard as it is for Ms. Young, I'm glad we all got to see that video.
Yeah.
It just shows you once again the importance of videotape and the changes that need to be made, certainly when it comes, again, to, I agree with that attorney. If the woman had been white, I doubt that it would have been treated that way.
She will live with that trauma forever,
Exactly.
no matter what the city does.
Good morning, my faithful lawyer YouTube subscribers. Let me put my phone on mute so y'all won't hear it beeping and buzzing. Today is Wednesday, December 23rd, and the year is 2020. And we're still around in the coronavirus pandemic, which seems to be getting worse. It's getting worse, because I guess it's going to get worse before it gets better. But that video you just saw, it shows a young lady in Chicago, where the police came to the wrong address. She was naked in her home. They kicked in the door. She didn't have time to get dressed. They did not give her time to get dressed. They made her stand naked while other men ran around her, other officers, detectives. You have a naked woman there with no clothing. And she was naked, standing there for quite some time before somebody finally put a towel on her, a blanket on her. You have to wonder, I've seen this happen many times in our community. There are multiple incidents of police officers going into the wrong home, the wrong house. People are not dressed, or there are children around, and it happens, unfortunately, frequently enough that you begin to wonder, why does this continue to happen? They knew when they found out they were the wrong address, from what I understand, they could have just did a simple Google search, and like they reported, they could have found out where the exact address was. When it's the wrong house, encountered a naked woman, couldn't they have been kind enough to allow her time to put some clothing on, or put a robe on, or put something on to cover up? Why did she have to stand and be humiliated butt naked in this apartment? And the officers just running around because they didn't care. And as you see more and more of these incidents, which is why we have to have these police officers to wear cameras so we can see what they're doing. And then they have the wrong address. Then they fought for over a year and a half, because this happened in January of 2018, January or February 2018 or 19. This is 2020, so I think it was in January or sometime in 2019. And they fought to keep this video from being released before a judge released it to an attorney, and he released it to the public. And then they were trying to sanction her attorney for releasing it, but this video needed to be seen. Because we cannot continue to treat people like animals and humiliate them. Black folks have been humiliated for centuries in this country, put butt naked on an auction block and sold like animals. And here we are in 2020, and we're still being put butt naked in front of many people and humiliated. I don't think they would have done that to a white woman. I know they would not have. But they continue to they're able to get away with this, and get away with this, and get away with it, and get away with it. And then the mayor of Chicago apologized, even though she was not in office when this incident happened. She knew it was wrong. She should not have fought to have this not released. She should have had it also let it be public. They should have been settled with this woman, because she didn't deserve that type of humiliation. No one does. You know, there's another incident where the man they ran up in his house, wrong house also. He was naked, 71-year-old man. They looked and they made him come outside naked. I've seen these videos. They make he inside his home. He at the wrong house. They make him come outside naked. He's 71 years of age. While they searched his house, they didn't get his permission to search it either. Didn't have a warrant. I wouldn't even open my door. This incident happened here in Georgia. You know, it's just a question of when do we get treated like human beings? In each one of these incidents that I've seen, the people that that were humiliated in this way hadn't done nothing wrong. They were innocent people. And it makes you wonder, how often does this happen? And there are no cameras to catch the incidents on film. And people don't report this to the police, to report this to the media, or sue. Obviously, this should not be taking place at all. And it just makes you wonder, how could you be so... And all these officers were, and no one had thought, well, let me grab something to cover her up. This could be your mother, your sister, your aunt, your wife, or friend. They had no compassion for her at all. They didn't see her as a human being. They did not see her as a human being. I find it just despicable. And when you see these incidents happen over and over and over and over, this has been going on for centuries here in the United States. And these officers get away with it. None of those officers who were in that video, who went to the wrong address at the wrong house and humiliated that woman in that manner, were ever even punished in any way. They just went on back as just everyday business occurrence. Oh, well, everything's okay. It took her getting an attorney and suing, and this attorney fighting hard for her for the public to even know this took place. And this thing, like I said, think of the thousands of incidents where it's not being reported. And I thought this video was disturbing. And every time I see a video like that, I've seen quite a few. Quite a few innocent people in their homes, minding their own business, and the police bust up in there, wrong address, wrong this. It's no different than Breonna Taylor being shot and killed in her own home when they knew her ex-boyfriend wasn't even there. He didn't live. They knew this. They knew he wasn't there. But they didn't care because they treat us like animals. They treat us like animals. And I'm shocked when you have an administration like Donald Trump who supports this foolishness and this dangerous behavior. And my other black people talking about this nonsense, they just don't know they're going to be the next one to be standing butt-ass naked in their living room while their home is being searched. No one should be treated like that. Nobody. No matter what their race is. You don't treat people like animals. But anyway, this is going to be a short video. I got a lot of stuff today to do because I was going to do a video about this incident, but I was just really disturbed. I keep seeing these incidents over. This is not the first time I've seen this stuff. There was an incident up in Wood. I've seen this a couple times where they have people naked come out their house, so they're not dressed or they're in the shower or something, and they make them come out. Why? No one can walk inside and go. And then always the wrong address or the wrong home, or something's not right. Or maybe the people didn't live there anymore. Maybe they have the right address, but it's a new tenant. So it's always something bizarre. And you just have to wonder, do these types of things happen in white neighborhoods? I don't know. If it does, I haven't seen it. Because they know better. Because they're not going to bust up in their mama's house, or their relative's house, or their cousin's house. They treat themselves like they're family members, but they treat us like animals. I hope the lady in that video, I hope they owe her. And the money of course, the money comes from the Chicago taxpayers. I mean, it's not like it's the officers. Now, they did say some attorney working for the police department, he stepped down after this whole incident happened. He just, only because the video got released. And now people are outraged by what they've seen, what they have seen in this video. But it happens so often now, y'all. I've seen it happen so many times, it's just as crazy. But, it just makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, why does this continue to happen? Why does this continue to happen? And what can be done to stop it from happening? What can be done? It makes you wonder. It just makes you wonder. Maybe, I don't know if any of y'all have seen that video before. I'm sure you probably have. It's been all over the news. But there are other incidents. I was trying to kind of do but I was able to get that one to show. But anyway, I got to get out of here. I got a lot of stuff I need to do, and because it's already much later than I wanted to be. Sorry, it's a short video, but I haven't got to get. But I wanted to say something. I've been wanting to do a video about that, and I will be back later on today. I got some stuff I need to run and do. Let me get out of here. I'm out of here. Today it is Wednesday, November 23rd. The year is 2020. December. Wow, that's my mind is completely someplace else. Let me get out of here. You all have a great day. Look forward to reading your comments.